Lani Chat Friday. All right, I am on one. I am on one today. I feel like that video that's like the second child is not down with the bullshit and the kid's just like totally fucking shit up, like eating nails and like falling 2 stories and like bouncing up. I feel like that now. One of the amazing things with having more awareness is there's less time for drama. So that's a really beautiful thing about growth. Honestly, I can literally measure spirituality. You can call it spirituality or mental health or success. I can just measure that with awareness because it's like, oh, okay, that's not on. Like, not going to use my energy on it. No room for drama. We're here because we choose to be, because we want to be, and we all have the same opportunity. Honestly, man, there's a woman. I mean, there's 5 million probably, but I'll just have you focus on one. There's one woman right now who is in your exact same situation. She's making the same amount of money, working the same amount of hours, has the same family history as you, has the same family dynamics right now and the same patterns as you, and has had the same struggles as you, right? Yet she has everything that you want. So it blows my mind when a woman, because just because there's 2 types. Either we want help or we don't. There's no in between. We don't need to talk about this. I didn't get to where I am today by every time I had an opportunity to learn and grow and get the framework and learn from someone who had what I want. I'm not here because every time it got uncomfortable, every time I had the opportunity, I said shit like, oh, well, my life isn't that bad right now, so it's okay. Or I don't say shit like, oh, that's expensive. I don't say shit like, oh, well, I don't know. It's just insane. So it's like every woman has no trouble like finding somebody that's a role model for them or in their industry that they love or has the partner, the energy, the making the impact. So we have no trouble looking at that woman and going, oh, wow, I want what she has. And specifically, we work with really successful women in business and really successful career women who are totally unfulfilled. It is so crazy because society tells us, oh my God, like I talk to so many women with money all day. And I mean, that's who I work with. But just as a little side note and inspiration for you, if you are scarce and if you are broke, I can't tell you. I mean, every woman that gets on the phone or that reaches out is like, I make great money. I have a really great career. I have a safe career. They worked their ass off to get to where they are. They've climbed up the corporate ladder or they've just studied their ass off in new jobs, promotions, or it's their own business. And then they follow it up with, and I'm super unhappy. I'm super unfulfilled. I feel stuck and like I can't breathe. And so it's just so crazy. But like whether, I mean, of course my women are like that really successful, overachieving women. But what logic is that to say I'm unfulfilled and I'm unhappy, but I'm not going to do anything about it because it's not that bad. Like that so every time I up level, my ceiling becomes my floor. So it's like, I mean, God, I've been doing this for years. It's like, okay, so before the rock bottom used to be to me like suicidal and boo, because that's where I started from. But now, as I am this high achiever, I really work with super high achieving, high productive leaders, badass women, women leading CEOs and full companies, total entrepreneur badasses making 100 grand a month. Like this is the type of woman, that we work with now. So to me, my floor is like, oh, I make a lot of money, but I'm super unhappy. Like that to me is bottom. I'm like, that's the bottom right now. You're not happy? Holy shit. I know people in Bali that make like nothing, that have nothing, and they're way happier than you. And super fucking grateful. So grateful, so happy, in nature, so calm, sleep amazing, no anxiety, strong in their body, working in the rice, working in the fields. So that to me is a bottom, which is amazing because again, that shows the awareness, right? It's like every time I up level, my awareness grows. It's a beautiful thing. So my new ceiling used to be fucking outer space, and now I'm like, yeah, hey. And then I will just make that menu floor soon because that's how I roll. So, and also, obviously, women that reach out to us is because they're like, damn, I want what Lani has, you know? Like, that's really cool. She has a super successful business. She's a total leader. Chris and I, just a side note, we just expanded. So we just started working with this badass company who just like, it's fully trained, badass saleswomen, women, because obviously we do all women. So we just invested because I would never say, oh, well, I want to retire my dad and save a child a month, but that's expensive. I don't think like that. I don't say shit like that. I never would. I would never make an excuse. I would never reach out to somebody and say, I want what you have and I need help. Oh, but, oh. My decisions don't depend on external shit. I would never make an excuse after. I know what I want. I know what I need. I know I'm worthy of it, and I'll do whatever I need to do to make it happen. That doesn't mean every day is perfect. Today is Friday. End of the week. I started leveraging Monday this week on Sunday because I got super fired up and super excited. And I woke up and so rating my energy level from 1 to 5, it was a 1. I was like, okay, here we go. I don't wake up and be like, oh my God, I'm so tired. My life is so hard. I can't do this. I'm like, all right, let's rate your energy. Let's be super honest. Here it is. So I do exactly what I've learned from great people who are producing at amazing levels and can have energy. I mean, I've been freaking filming all morning. I'm a rock star. I'm kicking ass. But what I don't do is we all have natural energy levels. I don't expect shit to be perfect. I don't say I can only do this if everything is perfect and then that's when I'll show up. I'm like, here, I'm a human being. I produced so much this week. I've done more this week than ever. This is always the case, right? So much learning, so much growing, so much expanding this week. Yeah. Hey, human, how's it going? So I just charge my batteries. I am literally like, I mean, I don't cell phone, no, but you might resonate with cell phone, but my body is literally a moonstone. I can charge it with focus, with intention, with a little break, with a little bit of a rest, and check me out. I'm kicking ass right now. So the idea that like, oh, Lani must just never have a problem, never wake up at an energy level of 1, never get sore, have everything be perfect. That's total bullshit. And that's a lazy mentality. I want everything and I want to do nothing. That's embarrassing. It's like, I'll be happy when I win the lottery. Barf on everybody's face. I know that like my successful women have worked super hard in their career to get to where they are. So why are you would die if you had a client come up to you and be like, oh, well, your life must be so easy and you must just make so much money because you're like easy. You'd be like, you're high. But then why would you use that mentality then with your spiritual, with your soul, with your mental health? If you think it's insane that somebody would say that you're lucky in your career because obviously, you know, it's like, dude, it's not obviously. It's like super common sense. Like when you focus on something, when you put an intention to it, when you want to learn it, when you want help, when you want to change, you do. There's no, it doesn't depend. It depends on if you're going to be lazy and if you really want help. Are you going to follow through? Or are you going to make excuses? Are you going to show up even on the days when your energy level is 1? And the amazing thing, like this is why I do this, is because it doesn't need to be perfect to be great. Like it's super early in the morning and I already am like, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so beautiful. I love you so much. Freaking Chris is amazing. He just, his energy is beautiful. We had an amazing already call with our team. We got sales closers coming in. And so as we invest in this with these new companies, she's like, do you want men or women? I'm like, oh, it's got to be women. Time check. Talking a little longer than I thought today. Got a lot of energy now after my little restoration, my moonstone charging. I said women. And her, like everybody else, and all of our high achieving, super successful business courses that we're doing, it's way more common to have men that close high ticket sales. It's like, yeah, of course there are. That's what I do. Because I'm so over the tiny percentage of women who make a shit ton of money. And so that's who I work with, but they're super burned out. And I'm like, so the percentage is even tinier of the women who are super successful and feel happy at the end of the day too, and energized and fulfilled. Like that's crazy to me. That's insane. So my point is it's not rocket science. If you can sit there and say, wow, Lani's so lucky. She lives in Bali. She's in love with her dude. She has this energy, or anybody else that you look up to. But if you're in this network, I think it's because you like the vibe and what I'm putting out. I never sat on the other side of an opportunity and made a fucking excuse. I never sat on the other side of greatness and said, well, it depends on the price. Oh, I can only retire my dad this year if this next program of hiring a closer is cheap. Or what the actual fuck? That is so embarrassing. That is not a queen. That is not a high achieving woman. And while we think like that, and while we show up like that, and again, it's the difference. It's like the woman that said, I know when I hear those excuses on the other line that she's just like, well, I don't know. I'm super unhappy. I'm rich when I'm super unhappy, but it's not that bad. And I just see this like gnarly postured, like empty shell of a woman when like I get on the horn with a woman and she's like, yes, I'm ready. I know that she's just like expanded. It's nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me or the price or it's like, I want what I want. I'm worth it. I see that now. I'm willing to put in the energy and the effort. Let's fucking go. It's like, it's like, I'm doing this. So are we a good fit and should we do this together? But either way, I'm doing it. And that's my same mentality. I didn't get to where I am by making excuses and giving myself reasons to not do it. I already knew I was going to do it. Now I'm just after, the best fit and the best personality fit and the funnest course and who can get me there the fastest. So little intention for you today. I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for listening. I would love for you to comment below and tell me what resonated the most. And if you are full on, if you're not going to do the lazy thing, like, oh, you mean I have to actually go to the gym if I want to get muscle? Not a good fit. If you have no trouble complaining about your problems, but when it comes to actually getting help and getting uncomfortable and making a change, if that's not you, not a good fit. But if you are ready to show up because that's how you've learned everything else in your life, it's not voodoo, it's just simple facts. If you show up and learn, of course we can learn how to access our feminine, of course we can learn how to get out of our head, and of course we can learn how to connect and tap into unconditional love and trust. It is the same thing as same process as everything else you've learned. And if you really want help, because that shit doesn't depend on anything else. That's you. Has nothing to do with me, the program, the time, the cost, the hour, the day, the climate, the fucking this, the that. That's on you. So if you're like, yes, hell yes, then book in a call with my team. I will put the Instagram, the link is in the bio. So I'll just put that in Facebook. I'll put the link in the comments. Have a beautiful freaking day, team. Yee.